A girl can only eat so much chicken, turkey, fish, protein powder before she hates the word protein. So today, as a registered dietitian, I'm gonna give you 70. That is right, 70 ways to incorporate protein that isn't meat, isn't protein powder in your day. Regardless of the reason why you wanna increase your protein, let's buckle up and meet those protein needs. Hey bird people, I am stoked you're here. If you're new, welcome. My name is Nicole. I am a registered dietitian with a master's in sports nutrition, and I've been in the nutrition and fitness world for well over 10 years, showing you that living a healthy lifestyle and eating healthy can be fun and so much easier than you think. Today we're going over everybody's favorite macronutrient, and that is protein. And I've seen so many recipes and tips, tricks all over my social media, some that look really delicious and some that look foul. But today I'm going to show you my top 5 different high protein foods that you may not know about, or you may not know how to use them. And I'm going to give you 70 different ways on using these foods to add protein into your day to meet your protein needs. Now you may be asking, how much protein do I actually need? Average person only needs 0.8 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of their body weight. Now, if you are super active, weightlifting, wanting to build muscle, you are gonna want 1.5 to maybe 2.2 grams per kilogram of your body weight. Also, people who have any illnesses that are either increasing their metabolism or breaking down their muscle are also gonna need the 1.5 to 2.2. Also, if you're diabetic, you're probably wanting to find meals and snacks that have a higher protein and lower carbohydrates. I personally don't like counting calories, counting grams, counting macros, but I do like choosing foods that are high in protein, high in fiber, low in saturated fat, and low in added sugar. So all of these tips I use throughout my day without counting. If you are a macros counter and it works for you, awesome. I just think it adds a lot of stress in my day and a lot of stress in other people's day to count macros and calories. Let's go to my first high protein food pick. I'm starting off super strong and kind of not gonna bury the lead at all, because my number one way to incorporate protein in your day is using cottage cheese. Now, if you're thinking, Nicole, I am lactose intolerant, I can't have cottage cheese, well, you're in luck, because Good Culture makes lactose-free cottage cheese. How exciting is that? Let's look at the nutrition facts labels. 1/2 cup, 80 calories. And 14 grams of protein. Let's start with the basics. Number one, I put this on top of salads all the stinking time. It adds some creaminess, it adds protein without me having to use meat. It's a perfect snack with veggies and fruit. A lot of people will put the cottage cheese into a cantaloupe bowl. They'll cut half the cantaloupe, there's a little hole in there, they'll put the cottage cheese on there, take bell peppers and scoop cottage cheese and eat it like that. I also think avocado toast, so 10 years ago, avocado cottage cheese toast, or just cottage cheese toast, so stinking good. Toast a piece of bread, put some cottage cheese on top. If you want to put a little bit of tomato, I love tomato with a little salt, pepper, cottage cheese, yum. Fun one, take 2 tablespoons of cottage cheese, mix it into your scrambled eggs. You got even higher protein scrambled eggs. And if you're trying to minimize other cheeses, adding the cottage cheese into your eggs will actually make it taste creamier and cheesier without needing like cheddar cheese, mozzarella, or any of that. And I know you've heard this if you watch my videos, take the mayonnaise out of your refrigerator. You don't need it anymore. Blend this sucker up. You take an immersion blender or a NutriBullet or a blender or whatever you have in your house. Open this, pour it in, blend it up until it's nice, silky smooth, and that is your new mayonnaise. You are not only gonna be decreasing so many calories from your mayonnaise-rich recipes, so much saturated fat is gonna be gone, and you are gonna amp up your protein like no other. Do you like chicken salad? Do you like tuna salad? And instead of mayonnaise, you're gonna add the same amount of blended cottage cheese to your recipe. If you like pasta or like a vodka sauce, forget the cream. Add the same amount of blended cottage cheese as you would cream in your marinara, in your pasta sauce. You got a saucy, creamy dish. I will add 1/2 cup of cottage cheese to my Banza mac and cheese. You can also, I'm sure, use this for Kraft. It's gonna be the same amount, but you know, manicotti, stuffed shells, any of those casserole stuffed pasta dishes that use a lot of ricotta. I'm not saying take away the ricotta, because you still want that mouthfeel of the ricotta, but to amp up the protein, if the recipe calls for 2 cups ricotta, I would use 1 cup ricotta, 1 cup cottage cheese. Use cottage cheese for your spinach artichoke dip. You can also use it for corn elote dip. You can make ranch dip with this. Again, blend her up, put the ranch packet in here. I would then add some fresh dill and parsley, mix her up, maybe even some fresh garlic, salt, pepper. Yum, you got yourself a high protein ranch dip. Also, and I'll put the recipe here, all over TikTok, people are making a queso recipe. I will say, I haven't tried this one, but people will make cottage cheese pancakes. I'll put the recipe that I found online here. We love to see it. What's next? PB2. If you've never heard of PB2, all it is blenderized peanuts with all of the oil taken away. And you're just left with the protein and a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of fiber. 2 tablespoons, that is it. 2 scoops are 60 calories, 6 grams of protein, so basically an egg, but 1 gram of fiber, and then only 1.5 gram of fat. First and foremost, you can make a high protein peanut butter dip. So grab some Greek yogurt, which we already know has a ton of protein in it, mix 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons of PB2 in it, mix it up, and then you can dip your strawberries, bananas. You can mix it into protein shakes, give you the peanut buttery taste, but without all the excess calories. I still sometimes will add a little bit of peanut butter into my smoothie for those added fats, but to add the protein, I add an extra 2 tablespoons of this. I can put it in my hot oatmeal, or I'll even put it in my overnight oats, where you put oats, some almond milk, chia seeds, and I put PB2, some banana, mix it up, let it be overnight in the refrigerator. And if you're over oatmeal in its entirety and still want something that's cold in the morning, have some chia seed pudding. Again, same exact recipe as overnight oats, but you're gonna be using chia seeds instead of oatmeal. You're also gonna read on the back of this, you can bake with it. So any kind of recipe that you are baking, muffins, cookies, brownies, yes, those are more of a fun food, but if you wanna amp up the protein, why not add a couple tablespoons of PB2 in it? Though it's a more realistic way to increase your protein without taking away foods you like. You can also just make healthier muffins. There's recipes all over the internet of healthier, high protein, or low sugar muffins. Take one of those recipes that you like, add a few tablespoons of PB2 in it, and you have yourself a higher protein muffin. You've heard about people putting butter in their coffee? Why not put a tablespoon or 2 of PB2 in your coffee or even your hot cocoa? The colder months are coming up, baby, and peanut butter hot cocoa sounds like a freaking dream. And that means your hot cocoa is gonna have a little bit more protein. It's gonna be a sweet treat with some protein and peanut butter. Who doesn't love chocolate and peanut butter together? And lastly, you could just reconstitute it, which means adding water back into it. 2 tablespoons of PB2 with 1.5 tablespoons of water, you got yourself a protein frosting. It does not taste as good as peanut butter, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, but if you're just trying to increase your protein with a snack, or put it on top of a muffin, or put it on top of your French toast, almost like a syrup, you could totally do that. I would recommend, to make it taste even better, a little vanilla, or a little cinnamon, or if you wanted a little bit more sugar, a little honey, or a teeny tiny bit of Splenda or your favorite artificial sweetener. If you have any other PB tips, write them down below for other people to learn about them as well. Let's go to the next one. Next up, eggs. And why do I love eggs? Because these are considered the perfect protein, meaning all the protein that's found in eggs, when we eat it, we use it and we absorb it. Things you can do with it. 1, hard-boiled eggs. Who doesn't love a hard-boiled egg for a snack? Find your favorite sauce. My favorite is sriracha. Dip it, eat it. Great high-protein snack, and it has some fat to keep you full. Second, egg salad. Who doesn't love egg salad? And if you're thinking, Nicole, egg salad has so much fat in it, you know what I'm about to say? Get a scoop of blended cottage cheese, put it in there instead of mayonnaise, and you got yourself a high protein egg salad for a snack, for a lunch, etc. You can make baked castles, crustless quiches, find a round pan, put some eggs, your favorite veggies. If you want to add some cottage cheese for even more protein, mix her up, put it in the oven around 375 for 30 minutes, depending on how thick your pan is or sheet is. And then you have a crustless quiche you can have throughout the day. Same thing, do that with little muffins. You're gonna have egg bites in the morning, just like Starbucks, but it's in your house, so it's cheaper, higher protein, and you can add extra fiber if you want. 2 fun things you might not have thought about: pancakes and fritters. You can make little banana pancakes with egg whites or egg yolks in it. There's a lot of recipes online that show how to make banana pancakes. Also, you can make fritters. Eggs are a great binder. So there was this one recipe I tried that used cauliflower, a little bit of baking soda, a tiny bit of flour to just bind everything together, 3 eggs, which kind of tasted like a potato fritter, but it was higher in protein and higher in fiber. Eggs are also perfect for high protein oatmeal. I put this on TikTok many times. People loved it. Some people cringed. Some people were worried. All I do is, before I cook the oatmeal, I'll take the oatmeal, I'll put all my fixings in, and I'll also take 2 egg whites. You can use the whole egg yolk, but I like egg whites in it better. I think it makes a better texture. And then once you mix it thoroughly for about like 30 seconds, maybe a minute if you really want to go extreme, you put it in the microwave, you take it out. It is now high protein. And adding the egg whites makes it so stinking creamy. I used to do this all the time in high school because I used to have overnight oats all the time. I just got so bored of sweet things for breakfast, I wanted something savory. So I made buffalo oatmeal, and it might be weird, but try it out if you like savory. Put a little salt, pepper, some buffalo sauce on top, maybe a little cheddar cheese, and then a fried egg. It was so stinking good. You can also just put hard-boiled eggs on top of a salad. Eggs can be very inexpensive, especially at Kroger. I get 18 eggs for $1.89 every single week. So if you're around a Kroger, definitely go. You do not need to buy brown eggs. You have brown eggs and white eggs are the same nutritionally. It just depends on what kind of chicken they come from. You can also just add them in a stir fry. So with some brown rice, a lot of veggies, I will mix eggs in my brown rice before adding the vegetables. But even more fun, do you like deviled eggs? Who doesn't love deviled eggs? But people know deviled eggs can have a lot of calories and fat, and I bet you know where I'm going with this. All you need to do is, instead of adding mayonnaise to your deviled egg center, add blended cottage cheese. Mix her up. You can bring to parties. You can just have deviled eggs in your house for funsies. Next up, Greek yogurt. And I mean, not the strawberry cheesecake Greek yogurt that I have in my hand, but the 0% non-fat Greek yogurt. Blake and I just thought we had some in our refrigerator and we ran out last week because we use it on literally everything. And I'm gonna tell you ways to incorporate Greek yogurt into your day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and even dessert. Per the USDA, every 100 calories of non-fat Greek yogurt will have 17 grams of protein. First and foremost, you can just buy these flavored ones. I absolutely am loving the Light and Fit strawberry cheesecake, and there's an apple one that I love. I use these for desserts, late night snacks, in the middle of the day when I want something sweet. The classic way and the way that I met my fiance is by telling everybody to put Greek yogurt on top of potatoes, baked potatoes, sweet potatoes. Top it on your chilies, on your stews, on your soups if you want something creamier. For breakfast, we can make parfaits with our favorite cereals and fruits. You can make granola bowls. Use a flavored yogurt if you want, or just regular yogurt. Put it on the bottom of a bowl. Put your favorite fruit on top. If you want to make your chia seed puddings even higher in protein, I would add a scoop or two of Greek yogurt in your chia seed pudding. It's gonna make it thicker. If you like potato salad, instead of using mayonnaise, swap it in for some Greek yogurt, because I think a potato with sour cream is just like the perfect duo. You can make a high protein creamy salad dressing, or you can make tzatziki sauce dip for all your vegetables. If you like ranch, a lot of people will take a ranch packet, dump it into the Greek yogurt, stir her up. Also, huge thing, you can bake with Greek yogurt. I even made banana bread recently on my TikTok using Greek yogurt, and holy cow, guys, I don't know what magic was done, but this banana bread is the most moist, tastiest banana bread. They actually added no added sugar, just a couple bananas. You can also make 2-ingredient bagels. Grab a cup of Greek yogurt, grab a cup of self-rising flour, mix her up, put her in the shape that you want, and you got a high protein bagel. As far as baking, this is what the internet says. Swap 1 cup of cream, heavy cream, milk, etc. for 1 cup of Greek yogurt. Swap 1 cup of sour cream for 1 cup of Greek yogurt. And for oil, they said 1 cup of oil should be 3/4 Greek yogurt and then 1/4 oil, because you still want a little bit of oil. I also add Greek yogurt to my protein smoothies. I really don't like protein powder mixed with fruit. I think it always tastes weird, but when I add Greek yogurt to fruit and take out the protein powder, it tastes so much more fresh, so much creamier, and it's still pretty darn high in protein. Personally, I think fruit dips taste better with Greek yogurt than cottage cheese. If you're a taco fan, quesadilla fan, use Greek yogurt instead of your sour cream. But if you want to make it like a crema, you can take Greek yogurt, a little bit of lime juice, salt, pepper, maybe some cilantro, mix her up, you got yourself a little crema. Also, if you're a mashed potato girly and you want creamy mashed potatoes, all you're gonna have to do is make your mashed. You can add a little bit of butter, why the heck not? But make sure you add in Greek yogurt instead of sour cream when you have high protein mashed potatoes. And who doesn't love that? If you have another recipe or tip with Greek yogurt, because I'm sure there are so many, let us know down below. And let's go on to the next one. I saved the best for last, and that is my extreme wellness wraps. And if you're thinking, Nicole, that is a bread, not a protein, get ready to see how much protein is actually in this wrap. Now, before I talk about the nutrition facts, this is a big tortilla. They also have the small ones. This is usually $6. I got it for $3 at Kroger. I highly recommend if you find these on sale, because they can be a little pricey, buy a couple of them, put the extra ones in the freezer, and then let them defrost when you're ready to take them out. But the big one, 80 calories for 8 grams of protein, so it's the same exact as an egg. 17 grams of dietary fiber. Granted, if you are somebody that doesn't have a lot of fiber in their day, start with the little extreme wellness wraps, because I don't want you to have any gas or digestion issues because of increasing fiber too quickly. One, if you're a meal prepper, make enchiladas or make breakfast burritos that you put in the freezer and then you cook them when you are ready. I use these as my wrap, and I highly recommend then putting this into your air fryer or toaster oven to heat it up so it's a little bit crispy. Blake and I this summer have made so many smash burgers. We have been using these to make the smash burger. So Blake will make the burgers and then he'll put a wrap onto the grill, fold it in half, and now we have a crispy, a toasty little burger. You can always put a little banana, peanut butter, roll the bad boy up, and then cut it into cross. That's a cute little snack. My favorite thing to do with extreme wellness wraps is to make a freaking quesadilla in the air fryer. And then I'll put Greek yogurt to even make more protein on top. It's freaking bomb. That is my favorite lunch when I can make it. I absolutely love it. You can also make tortilla chips or tortilla strips with these bad boys. Make sure you have an air fryer, because I haven't tried it in the oven, but air fryer does work. You can cut it like a pizza and then put a little bit of Pam. I do a little bit of salt, or if you want to make it like a cinnamon twist tortilla chips, then put a little cinnamon, a little dusting of your favorite artificial sweetener, put it in the air fryer for the crispy, and then make sure to watch it because these crisp up pretty darn quickly. And finally, anything Taco Bell does, you can do with these tortillas. You want a Crunchwrap Supreme? Use these. But y'all, that is everything I have for Extreme Wellness. That is probably 70 plus ways you can use my favorite protein foods to increase protein in your day. If you like today's video, please let me know down below. Share this with your friends and family. I would be so grateful if you share this on social media. Tag me so I can give you a big thank you. But until next time, drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables, and be kind to yourself and those around you. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.